welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. This is going to be a health tag or a hot mess to success sort of a tag that I am doing with Megan and Brian. Their videos are going to be linked down below. Go check out their channels. Megan does a lot of vlog, beauty, makeup stuff. She has like some variety on her channel, and then Brian does a lot of lifestyle, a lot of health stuff. Me and Brian are both doing keto, and then Megan is on this amazing health journey herself. And I also wanted to mention that if you decide you want to do this tag, which I welcome you to do it, comment down below and let me know, and I will go and check out your video. So the first question is a little bit about me and my channel. My name is Brittney, of course. I'm 29, I'm married, I'm a teacher aide at a private school, and in my spare time I love to spend so much time with my Corgis. Lately, of course, I haven't been spending that much time with my friends, but of course in my leisure time I love to go spend time with my friends. I have been doing dirty keto for a few years, but I'll get more into that later. My channel has a lot of vlogs about my life, keto, my Corgis, cleaning stuff because I love cleaning and organizing, and yeah, that's the most part. Number 2 is, did I have an aha moment that made me want to get healthy? Or why did I get healthy? So the biggest reason for me that I really wanted to lose weight, well, I think I've always struggled with my weight, but in the past few years, knowing that my husband and I want to have kids, I want to get to a weight where I feel like I'm a little bit more healthy in order to do that. Statistically, it's actually a little bit harder for you to conceive if you're overweight. I think it's like twice as hard. Another reason in general, I think, is just wanting to find clothes that I find cute and comfortable and wanting to feel good in my own skin. That second reason there is probably the reason that I've been wanting to lose weight since like high school. But it's funny though, because what I weighed in high school versus what I weigh now, I feel like I'd give anything to weigh what I weighed in high school. Number 3, what has your health diet journey been like until now? So for the past 2 to 3 years, it was really like after our wedding, 2016 in August, John and I decided that, well, it's actually funny. So John came home from work one day and he's like, hey, my coworker lost like 100 pounds from doing this diet called the keto diet. So he's like, and what's great about it is he didn't have to work out to lose the weight. And my husband is an IT guy, okay? So he's never been one who's like, yeah, like I want to go to the gym. You know, he's not a physical guy, and that's fine. He likes to play his video games and do his computer stuff. But when he decided he wanted to do it, he asked me if I wanted to be on board, and it was the first time that he had ever wanted to do any sort of a diet. So I was like, yeah, like totally, let's do it together. So that was how we started our whole keto journey, which was like probably into 2016, early 2017. And my husband lost 100 pounds over the past few years. Like he lost most of it probably the first year, and then the second year he lost like an additional 20-30 pounds. But now he's at the point where he's lost over 100 pounds. I've lost over 50 pounds, but for me, I'm just not as strict on keto, and I don't do nearly as much fasting as he did. That was the biggest tool for him, is that he was able to fast, and that's what really helped him. That 50 pounds that I had lost, I lost most of it probably the second year. The past year and a half, I feel like I've been struggling a little bit, but I think I'm at the point now where I need to start cutting stuff like artificial sugars, and I think that that is really going to make a huge difference in my weight loss from here on out. I'll definitely keep you updated on that on my vlog. Number 4 is, are you on a specific diet plan or exercise plan? And I am on the ketogenic diet, like I had mentioned earlier. And as for my exercise plan, I'm not really doing a plan per se, but I'm just doing some like dance fitness videos on YouTube, and those are definitely my favorite. I've always been like such a big Zumba dance. I'm not good at it, but I have a lot of fun doing it. Number 5 is, what progress have you made so far? So I did kind of get into that before, and it says any progress is progress. So I did lose 50 pounds, and I think one of the biggest things that I have noticed myself is I have more confidence. My clothes fit so much better now. I used to only wear like yoga pants and t-shirts, but now I actually wear like dresses. I feel like I dress myself up so much more than I used to, because before I feel like I would just want to wear super stretchy pants and never dress up because I just didn't feel good in my body. But I feel so much better now. I mean, I have so much more of a journey, but I feel so much better now. Number 6 is, do I meal plan or track? So for meal planning, the only thing that I really do is write out like a list of what I'm gonna make for dinner for every night, because I cook for me and my husband. And the main reason I do that is more so for one, make it easier for when I'm grocery shopping, and the second reason is so that way I can plan ahead and have meat thawed out. I really don't do breakfast, so that's not too hard. And then lunches, a lot of times we'll do like a leftover of the dinner from the night before, or I'll heat up something pretty easy. So not too much on the planning side aside from the dinner. But like I said, I do the keto diet, so those meals are typically high fat, moderate protein, low carb, and we try to stay under 30 carbs a day. The biggest tool that I've used for myself, because I'm a taco advocate, I love tacos, it's definitely the low carb tortillas. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm able to have those low carb tortillas, I would probably be struggling a lot more than I am. Number 7 is, what food triggered you before your health journey? Ooh, this one is hard. Okay, so I think the biggest thing for me was probably really carby meals, or just fast foods in general. I feel like my eyes have always been so much bigger than my stomach, and I would order way more food than I needed to. And fast food was just, I mean, I'm a foodie. My husband's a foodie. We both, I mean, pizza galore. I think pizza is probably one of the hardest ones, which is why I was so happy when I realized I could use the low carb tortillas to make myself low carb pizzas. That's probably been a staple at least once a week in our household. And the second one is probably ice cream. I think that's another trigger for me, because it's really easy with either pizza or ice cream to overly indulge and just skyrocket up your calories and your carbs and everything. So those were my trigger foods. Number 8, were you an emotional / comfort eater or binge eater before? And if so, do you have advice for somebody struggling with the same thing? I definitely think I hit like every one of those categories. Binge eating way too much until I felt nauseous. Definitely would binge eat. Comfort eat, yes. I think in our household we would eat growing up. If we were sad, we would eat. If we were celebrating, you know, every occasion was a reason to eat. Definitely do agree with that. As for comfort eating, like I said, sad, happy, like any reason was a reason to like pull out some ice cream and either let's celebrate together or let's cry together over like a gallon of Bluebell ice cream, or a half gallon. Yeah. So the other part of this question is, what is your advice for somebody else who is going through the same thing? Something you have to consider is that sometimes like binge eating, emotional eating, sometimes it's something that you might actually need a support group for, especially if it's something that you're harming yourself with. Sometimes it's therapy, sometimes it's going to an actual group support, sometimes it's taking the steps to stopping the pattern and being more mindful of that pattern. If you know that there's a food that triggers you on binge eating or triggers you when you're emotional to eat it, then maybe it's better not to keep that in particular item in the house. Or if you're upset and you would typically just start eating potato chips and stuff, maybe it's good to make yourself a new routine, to maybe go for a walk or do something with a friend, or just anything that's changing that pattern. Because a lot of times emotional eating, binge eating, comfort eating is a pattern. Just like some people, you know, for instance, they drink or they smoke when they're upset. Binge eating can be essentially kind of like somebody picking up a drink or a cigarette. So, but all in all, definitely it's changing your patterns and getting help if you need it. What are your short-term goals? So my short-term health goals would have to be, for one, being consistent, because if you're not consistent, you're never going to achieve any goals that you have. So definitely being consistent, not falling off the wagon over and over again. Like I had said before, you know, a big reason why my husband was so successful was he was consistent. Me, on the other hand, I would fall off the wagon and have like chocolate or a cheat meal or something. So definitely my short-term goals for me within the next weeks and months would be to just keep striving to not fall off the wagon, and even if you fall off here and there, just get back up and keep going. As for physical, I would really love over the next month to see if I can drop 10 to 20 pounds, let's say 15 pounds. I feel like a big reason I've had a hard time in my videos just saying like this is my goal and like putting the number out there is because whenever I would strive for the goal and I wouldn't meet the goal, I would be really upset with myself. But you know, even if I don't make the goal, just striving for it should be enough. And like I said earlier, progress is progress. Even if you don't see the change on the scale, I've definitely seen on me the change physically. So the next question is number 10, and it is long-term health goals. So my long-term health goals definitely would have to be getting down to about 150 pounds. Like I could probably get down to 130 if I want to be like what I should be for my height and stuff, but I'm just gonna say for now 150 and we'll go from there. I think another goal would have to be wanting to feel good in my own skin, wanting to feel good in a swimsuit and like a date night dress, just wanting to feel super confident in myself would definitely be a very big long-term goal for myself. Number 11 is, how do you deal with cheat days and letdowns? For example, a weight loss plateau. So I definitely relate to this one because I feel like I've been in a plateau of within 10 pounds for a while now. And I think for me, I just have to keep reminding myself that if you are consistent, if you continue on your journey, you're going to get to where you want to go. If you quit working towards your goal, you're never going to make it to your goal. So it's better to have failures but keep trying than to completely quit, because binge eating pizza every day for 2 weeks is not going to get you that slimmer, healthier body that you're hoping for. Don't let your failure or your plateau or anything that really gets you down, don't let it sabotage your future success. So I think that would be the biggest thing that I have to keep telling myself. So my biggest thing about a cheat day is, if you have a cheat day, don't let it ruin your whole week. Don't turn your cheat meal into a cheat day that turns into a cheat weekend, that turns into like a cheat month. You know, just be a little bit more mindful about it. Don't beat yourself up over it. You know, it's okay every now and then. You go to a wedding, you go to a birthday thing, like it happens. It's gonna happen. That's life. You know, people love to celebrate with food. Like I said earlier, just get back up and keep marching forward and don't beat yourself up. What is your favorite way to exercise and why? I definitely think that dance fitness is my absolute favorite way to get moving, get my steps, get my cardio in, and even get some muscle toning in there, which is pretty cool. Is there anyone on social media that inspires you on your fitness journey? I think for me, it would be the channel Gracie's Journey, and she actually has an Instagram too. She's been through so many life struggles. She's lost so much weight, she's had a baby, and then she's continued on her weight loss journey. She actually made it to her goal and looked amazing, and then now she's going through a new journey of losing the baby weight, and I just think that she's pretty awesome. I'll actually put her channel down in the description as well. Number 14 is, do you feel like you had to give up anything for this lifestyle? So I will say that sometimes in the past, when my friends would invite me to go somewhere, sometimes if it's somewhere that I don't think I can really be there without being super tempted, it's a little bit harder for me to take that invitation. But as I get a little bit stronger and I have a little bit more self-control, it's easier for me to go out to eat with my friends and then have a salad. Though it's always a struggle, because even though you think you're eating something that's healthy or on your diet plan, sometimes the calories or the carbs or whatever can be so much more than you thought, because you just never know when other people are cooking your food, really like what goes into it. But other than that, I think once you've been on whatever your health plan is for a long time, it becomes a part of everyday life, so then it doesn't really feel so much like a big change. It just becomes a habit. Number 15. Anything that you would want to say to somebody who doesn't think that they can lose their weight? I definitely believe that anybody can do it, okay? I never thought that I would ever lose the weight that I lost. I still have so much more to lose, but I never thought that I would get to where I am. And all it took was consistency, having somebody doing the plan with me. Definitely is easier if everybody in your household is able to be on your fitness plan, or at least be supportive of you. So if you can't get everybody on the plan with you, just make sure that everybody in your household knows that you have goals and that you would really appreciate it if they would support you. The next thing is definitely find a plan that's gonna work for you. I know that I've heard other people say that keto was not for them, and that's fine. I think not every single person needs to do the exact same fitness plan in order to lose weight. So find what works for you. If you have that consistency, you have that support, you can do it. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to watch Brian's video and Megan's video. They are linked down in the description. Go and say hi to them, subscribe, let them know that I sent you. If you want to do this tag, comment down below and I will come and watch your video. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, like this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.